Collage, a noun, a piece of art made by sticking various different materials, such as photographs and pieces of paper or fabric, onto a backing. Collage. So you can see that my traveler's notebook is getting very thick, and I've been doing a lot of collage work in it. So let's go ahead and take a look. When we left off, sort of was in the middle here. Okay, so I was working on this, and this basically came as a result of some lettuce, a flower, which I used as her skirt. These were some baby feet that I found in a magazine. And then the elephant's head, which I found on Pinterest. And then I put the eyes that I got from the collage sheets that I showed you in my last collage video. And I will link that below. And then just a hat that was off a collage sheet. And then just some pieces here to form something over here on the corner. The background paper is also from one of the collage sheet kits. And then this is yet another, this is a new kit that I got, and it's all houses. It's really cute. It looks like this. It's called Peaceful Dwelling, and it's got two sizes of houses. So here's the other one too. And I've been having a lot of fun playing with this, and I've got some other ideas for these houses. But while we're on these collage sheets, one thing I wanted to show you was you do get paper that's included. So it's full 8.5 by 11 paper. But also on the actual collage sheet, there's these little papers that give you samples of what the bigger ones look like. And I like to cut these out and use them in my pieces. They make great little accents, and I'll point them out to you as we go through this journal. So anyway, that's what this was. I used my Prisma pencils to just color it up and deepen some of the color. And just, again, the arms, right, or the hands were from the collage sheet. And then I just added some doodles in here on the elephant's ears. And then we've seen these. Oh, one thing I wanted to point out. This guy and this guy are the same face. So it shows how you can alter things to make them look a little different. I made his eyes bigger and added glasses to him. And here I just enhanced his eyes. I didn't do anything different. We've been through these. Okay, this is a new one. And it's funny, you know, you don't have to love every one that you do. And this one I don't really love, but the body's interesting. This is the tripod that I showed you in my last video. And I turned it upside down. So here are the 3 legs. And then again from the collage sheet, I used this piece and the legs. And then this is made up of half faces. So in the collage sheet, there's a number of what are like this, half faces. And then you can just put eyes on them like that. So that's what this is. This is, again, from the collage sheet, pretty much all. And then here, this is where the tripod legs were. And I just put washi tape over that to make it look like she had something on her arms. Again, just put the borders around. And even the hair came from the collage sheets. And I just added that underneath it. This is one that I'm getting ready. So again, I've done my borders around, but I haven't decided what image is going to go in there yet. Okay, this one is from the collage sheets, bits and pieces. The bottom here is from a calendar. I just cut it off to make it look like she's standing in some flowers. And then the legs. This is from the collage sheet for the houses that I showed you. And then the face is from Pinterest. I added the eyes. The wings are lavender that I got from a magazine. And the body right here is from a collage sheet from Tisha Moore. And then I just added a hat and put this little strip of washi tape across here that I got from my pen pal. And then I just did some doodling along the edge, just the little checkerboard that I like to do. On this one started out, so it was a combination of elements. It was a face that I got from a magazine, and then this was originally part of an owl, and I cut out those eyes and enhanced them and added some pen work, added this on top, and then this was from an ad. You see it right there, just a mason jar of tea. And then I had the feathers. You saw that in my last video where I'd done that in my journal, just doodled with those. And this hand came from a W magazine that I'd had. And I liked the way that looked going around there. And again, just formed a border with the collage elements on the sheet, and then did some doodling to match this other side, just to keep it. And this again was from the collage sheet. So you can really mix and match those collage sheets and use a lot of different elements to build your pieces. Okay, this guy is an apple. His body, you can't quite see it all under there, but there's the apple, and as you see in this ad, I left the leaf. Just one leaf, which I liked the way that was. I was going to put another one. I said I just like the one. And then I cut out his face, and then I added eyes from the collage sheet, and then again used my Prisma pencils to enhance the color. And I really wanted to blend. When I put the eyes across there, I like to take my pencil and go over those eyes and bring it so they sort of all meld together. Not exactly, but it looks, you know, a little bit better than just throwing eyes across there. And then I slit the apple right there and tucked his arms into that. And I found these pair of pants on Pinterest, and the shoes came from a magazine, and I just put them right over. And this is kind of a star-looking thing. It was actually a stamp that I had. It was this one, and I just stamped it and then cut out part of it to put under his eyes. This is a sticker that I had, and then I just took some embroidery floss, just one strand, and then just ran it like that. So there's that one. And then this one, her face and her hair I found on Pinterest, and her hair wasn't colored. You know how I love purple hair. So I colored her hair purple, and then what I did was added eyes across here, but I took my X-Acto knife and cut it along here so that I could so there was a slit so that I could put the eyes underneath it, slip them underneath it. If I didn't, it would look something like that. So you can see how the eyes can change something pretty dramatically. Let's try, I just happen to really like those eyes. Here's another one, you can see. And let's do even one more. And any of them would work, it's just whatever you find that you like best. So then I colored her up, and then her body is a popsicle. So it's like this. It came out of Real Simple magazine, and it was a smaller version, like these. And what I did was take the popsicle part, the stick, which is right there on her neck, and then here's the popsicle. It goes like that, so just like that. And then the arms and the legs are from the collage sheet, and this egg came from, I think, a collage sheet as well. And then this little thing right here, this is where I told you could use the small pieces of paper like this and just cut an element, which is what I did. I just cut a little strip and put it like fishtail on the end. And then this came from a napkin that my pen pal sent me, and these napkins are just amazing. I love them. Let me put it this way so you can see them all. So there's one, and then this is the other. And so I auditioned a lot of them to see which one would work best, and I thought she would work best. So she came right here. And what I did was just cut her out, and then I glued her down with a glue stick. You could use matte medium if you want. And just put her down with glue stick, and then I used a little bit of Prisma pencils just to highlight some areas. I didn't want a lot, but I wanted a little bit of color. And then I put this down over her, and I like the way she turned out. I'm going to use these again because I think they're just fantastic. If you do use a napkin, be sure you get all your layers off. There's usually 2 or 3 layers, and you want to get down to the single layer, and then it becomes transparent. And you can see that my paper, which is kind of a grid paper, you can see that through her, which I think is really neat. And let's see, I think that's about it for her. Just a lot of pencil again. I brought her eye color down onto her nose and gave, just enhanced it a little bit. But the hair, I think, stood out enough that I didn't have to do a whole lot. So that's it. That's the collage for this month. Now it's time for tips and tricks. Okay, I've got several tips that I'm going to share with you today. The first one has to do with sharpening your Prisma colored pencils. Now there are Prisma sharpeners for your pencils. You can buy those. I don't have them. And I really like to have a nice sharp point on my pencils. And what I found out is frequently if you use a pencil and a pencil sharpener like this, you kind of wiggle this and turn it in the pencil sharpener. So you turn your pencil and you kind of wiggle it and you go at a funny angle. And that's okay for regular pencils. But because the Prisma pencils are a soft core, you don't really want to do that. What you want to do is get a pencil sharpener that fits it pretty well, and this one does. And then you actually hold the pencil straight, and you, let me get this under here to catch it, you turn the pencil sharpener. You don't turn the pencil. And that will help ensure that your core does not break. And because it's a soft core, a lot of people have trouble with their pencils breaking. But this will help ensure. So you just turn your pencil sharpener and notch your pencil. And then you get a nice sharp point. So that's the one tip I wanted to share with you. The other thing is, this is one I've told you about before, but I think with all the collage that I've been doing lately, it's important to remind you about this. And this really helps with your collage. You take your bone folder, and here's a piece that I have that I'm going to probably use at some point. And you hold it and you just pull it like this. And see how it actually curls it? Now, it's counterintuitive. You think that it would actually not lay flat. But when you do this, it actually helps to ensure that your piece lays flat when you glue it and it stays down. So after you do that with your bone folder, put your glue on the back, lay your piece down, and then be sure to burnish it again with your soft cloth. And that will help ensure that your pieces stay down. So I do that with everything. Even like the border strips that I put on, I also do that same thing. The other thing I want to tell you, it's back to school here in the States, and it's a great time to get your glue sticks. So I like to use, if I could find Yoo-Hoo glue in big packs like this, I would buy it, but I have not been able to find it. The Elmer's Disappearing Purple School Glue is one that I've used a lot, and it's fine. I have good luck with it. But when you get 12 packs like this back to school, you get a fantastic price. So just a reminder, keep your eye out for that in your stores. The next thing I wanted to tell you was I put washi tape on the edges of my Traveler's Notebook Collage Journal. You've seen that before. But sometimes when you have a lot going on, you don't necessarily, like here I have a border that I built around here. I don't really want to put another washi tape over that. And same thing with this. I did not want to run a washi tape and cover up her face. So here's an alternative. I take Scotch tape, the transparent kind, and I just run it along here, and it gives you a nice border, so you makes the pages to turn easily, but it's transparent so you don't see it. So I have tape on here right now and you can't see it. And then, well, you can't even see it here on the back. So it makes, when you go to glue down your other page, you can glue right over that. There's no problem. So that's just a little tip that I wanted to tell you about, because it really does give it a nice edge. And the final thing I want to tell you is on the collage sheets that I've been showing you, a lot of people don't like to fussy cut this. I enjoy doing it. Like I mentioned, I do it at night when I'm watching television, and I just divide it up into all the different bags. But Deb at Artsology had a brilliant idea, and if you have a cameo, a silhouette cameo, you can do this too. When you get your files, you get a .png, and I'm going to link you to the video, and she explains it very well. But basically, your silhouette can cut these out for you, which is fantastic. And it's just a brilliant idea. I don't own a cameo, so I'll be cutting these out with scissors, which is fine. But for those of you who have them, you need to watch Deb's video because it's really good. So I think that's it. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.